Hi guys, welcome back to my experience guide. Now I'm gonna review Lunera. Like you know that she is a buffer, but in my opinion, she is kinda okay. She is kinda useless on her 7 stars form. I mean, not that useless, but as a buffer, she is kinda outperformed by other buffer. So I will compare her to Elefim and Seaside Nicole. Why Seaside Nicole? Because Seaside Nicole also able to help your party to chain, so it is same like Lunera. Okay, so if you take a look on Lunera's stats, her health is kinda low, only 20% compared to Elefim, who gets 70% health boost. So this is show that Elefim is really good on her survivability. For MP, it is 50%. It is quite big, and you probably don't need much MP when using Lunera. And for magic stats, I think Lunera is the winner here. Like you can see that she can get 220% magic boost, and yes, that's pretty insane. Compared to Elefim, Elefim doesn't get any magic boost, but remember that Elefim doesn't do magic damage, so magic stats is not important for her. But for Seaside Nicole, who is also a magician, then Lunera is pretty awesome. Okay, for Spirit, Lunera is also insanely crazy, 170% Spirit. So yep, okay, pretty good. That means she can survive against enemies' magical attack, but too bad her defense stats is kinda bad. Nothing boost, not any boost on her defense stats. She also get 5% MP regen per turn, normal, auto refresh like other 5 stars base, and silence, petrifies, and paralyze resist. Silence is really important as a bard because when you get silence, you cannot sing your abilities, okay? And get wind and light resist 50%, quite decent, and thunder resistant plus 30%. So just average, but I don't think they will be useful because she is not a magical tank. The good thing about Lunera is she deal 75% extra damage magic, okay, against demon. So like you know that demons are the most common enemies on this game, and on her 7 stars form, she get another 25%. That means 100% extra damage against demon. And if you equip her Trust Mastery Reward, which you should, then she get another 50% extra damage. That means she deal 150% extra damage against demon, and that's pretty awesome, right? Too bad that to get those amazing boosts, you need to awaken her. So I can say that Lunera is not newbie friendly. Okay, yes, her stats is really good, but because you need to awaken, you need to have some resource on yourself. She also get increased LB gauge fill rate 50%, not much and probably not that important because her LB is not that amazing in my opinion. And like other magician, she gets equipment magic plus 70% when single wielding any weapon. And yes, that's because yeah, you need to equip her bow, so she get this true double hand magic version. The rest of 7 stars boost is about damage modifier, so it creates 5 times to Gale Arrow and Gleaming Arrow and Aureal Ray. So I think that's all you need to know about her stats. Now let's take a look on her abilities. Now let's talk about her 7 stars abilities. The first is Hagian Velos, or how the hell you spell that, okay? And it deals 7 times magic damage, non-elemental, and it reach 25 times damage per cast on the maximum, but you need to use it 9 times to reach the maximum damage. Okay, I don't say this is bad, but I think on 7 stars, Gleaming and Gale Arrow are better than this one, because remember that Gleaming and Gale Arrow, you can take advantage from the Elemental Imperil, and on 7 stars, Gleaming and Gale Arrow also gets damage upgrade. So in the end, if you're able to imperil the enemy resist, then you can deal more damage. And next, I'm not sure, Ionitan Caritas or whatever. It is her cooldown skills. It is, yes, I think this is her best skills, okay? Why best skill? First, it recover health, and yeah, it is insane health amount, 13,500 health, which are quite good and almost guaranteed to, yeah, probably heal most characters to the full health, okay? For MP restore, it is not that good, only 135. So basically, when using this, you only recover, you only use 15 MP because this skill itself use 150 MP. So Lunera won't get any benefit from this MP. And the good thing is, it increase your all stats of all your allies by 135%. Yes, they are good, but remember, on this day, you really need damage mitigation buff. And Lunera as a buffer lack that mitigation buff. That's kinda make her bad, okay? Because yeah, you still probably dead without damage mitigation even with this amazing 135%. And remember, this only lasts for 3 turns while this skill has 5 turns cooldown. So you still need to rely on your Elephant Song. And the real reason you want to use this is because this skill unlocks double arrow for 3 turns. Okay, so 3 turns. That means after using this, you are free to help your party to attack enemies. Okay, because the buff is also less for 3 turns. After that, you need to switch back to your Elephant Song, because really without buff, then your party gonna have difficulty against tough enemies, right? And Elephant Song is not bad. It is amazing health and MP regen, because remember, Lunera has high amount of spirit, but the buff stats are kind of low, only 90%. Maybe it is not that important as long as you have damage mitigation buff on your party, but still, like I said, Lunera doesn't have that, so you probably need to bring another character who able to buff your party. It may be not problem if you have a character like Blossom, Sage Sakura, who also able to help your party with damage mitigation. But if you don't have a character like that, then I don't think Lunera is usable by you. And again, Aurel Ray is amazing chaining ability. Okay, it deals 7.2 times damage, and on 7-star form, it gets +2 upgrade. So it means 9.2 times damage. And when you double cast this, 18.4 times. So yes, it is pretty amazing. But the bad thing is, remember, you only able to dual cast this for 3 turns. After that, you need to wait for the cooldown before you able to double cast it again, okay? So that means, if let's say if you have a partner like, let's say, Victor Marchenko, then Victor gonna be unable to chain perfectly when Lunera waiting her cooldown. Yes, she only able to chain once, but still, I don't think it is reliable, because I think the cooldown is just too long. Okay, now for her limit burst, I can say that her limit burst is not that good. Okay, first, it deals 18 times damage, non-elemental. So in other words, when you're able to double cast your Aurel Ray, then your LB gonna deal inferior damage, and also you cannot chain it. I'm not sure who can chain with this LB. Okay, so I don't think you need to use this break arrow, especially because, yeah, basically when you use Lunera on your party, what you do is use Elephant Song, and then when your cooldown ability usable, then you will want to use your cooldown ability to activate that double arrow and can let your party still get buff while you using your double arrow. But if on that turn, when the double arrow ability active, but you use this LB, then you kind of waste one turn. So I think this LB is useless and I don't think you should use this, okay? So I think that's all you need to know about her abilities. Now let's talk about her equipment. So for her equipment, it is obvious that you need to equip her elf's bow, because yeah, really you need to equip bow to get insane amount of magic boost, and her Trust Master reward is the highest magic bow. So it is obvious. Get it if you want to use her. And for head, body, simply search for an equipment that boosts your magic and spirit stats. That's why I equip, yeah, Light Vengeance if you have Barrel, because you need both magic and spirit. But for free to play, you can use Head Arts, Adventurer 5, and other abilities, okay? So I think that's all you need to know about her equipment. Really, there's nothing to talk about on her equipment. Basically, if you want to use her as a buffer, then yeah, basically if you don't need to care about her magic stats. But really, Lunera as a buffer is really underwhelming on her 7 stars form. You need to mix her up to be able to use her really good. Okay, my conclusion for Lunera. So Lunera is a good chainer and support. Okay, Aerial Ray is kinda easy to chain as long as you have a character that able to use Aerial Ray. So if you have Malphasy, Victor, then yeah, Lunera is good on your party. But the problem is, yeah, you can, like I said, you cannot use double Aerial Ray on every turn. That's one of the bad thing about her. And for Elfen Song, it is really nice MP recovery ability. Okay, I believe that you will be able to recover your MP, your party's MP without any problem if you have her singing Elfen Song. But really, I don't think she still has placed on this game as a buffer, okay, because that lacking damage mitigation buff. And for her Trust Master reward, I think it is only good for herself. Okay, it is rare to use someone who equip bow. Only, yeah, maybe Aang, but like I said, Aang will need to use his own Trust Master reward, and Aang is physical attacker, not a magician. So really, it is kinda bad in my opinion. Her Super Trust Master reward is also kinda niche. It is not bad. It deals 100% extra damage against demon, so it is quite good. But really, you don't want to purposely pull for Lunera only for this, okay? But if you, let's say if you have four Lunera, then I think it is better to get, simply get this Super Trust Master unless you plan to use 2 Lunera in the battle. Yes, I know you may be able to keep buffing your party with that 135% all stats buff. So when your first Lunera casts it, your cooldown ability, then your second Lunera can wait until the first Lunera cooldown ability off, then she can cast it. But that's kind of stupid in my opinion. Okay, so in the end, I can only give her 8 to 8.5. Okay, so yep, I think that's all you need to know about Lunera. Thank you very much for watching. Please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel for more Final Fantasy Brave Exvius guide. Bye bye guys.